So today we're at Big Creek. They like to call it Canada's little Amazon. And I wanted to do this for years, and now here's my chance. It's only an hour and a quarter away from where I live. I'm going to try and have a bite to eat though before we get in the water. A little hint to those who like to strap kayaks down to something. You ever get that fluttering noise when you're driving down the highway and it's like your straps are vibrating? Just put one twist in the strap and that'll stop that. So some of you may have heard me talk about my favorite drink that I like to make. I've talked about it in some other videos, but I have this drink probably 2 or 3 times a week, and I really love it. It started out as just mango and milk, frozen mango by the way, so it comes out kind of like a mango flavored milkshake. It's really, really good. But since then, I've modified it a bit. I've added a couple things. So now what it is it's 3 raw eggs, a 1/4 cup of edamame beans, a 1/4 cup of avocado, all frozen by the way, except for the eggs. And I fill the rest of the cup up with mango and milk. Now, normally, this is an awesome drink, and I really love it. Like I said, I drink it all the time. But today, when I went to make it, we were out of the usual frozen edamame beans that we have. But we had some of the edamame beans with the husks still on them. So I threw those in the blender. And, I mean, the taste was okay, but it didn't blend up very good. And it ended up being like sucking grass through the straw, and so I won't be doing that again. It's kind of gross, to be honest with you. Okay, I think this is it. I think we're here. Yeah, as soon as I got out of my car, the mosquitoes were right on me, so I am gonna be needing bug spray today. This boat launch is going to be tricky. Maybe getting in won't be so bad, but getting out is going to be tough. But we're gonna give it a try here, I guess. So that was a little tricky getting in, but I did it. Now, the question is, which way do I want to go? The touring guide says that it's about 3 hours from here to the lake. That's a 6-hour tour if I do that and come back, but it's a pretty strong current right here, and if it's like this all the way, it's going to be a struggle coming back. So I'm wondering if I should go upstream, because at least if I go 3 hours upstream, I know that coming back will be easier, but it sure would be nice to go down to the lake. What am I gonna do? Upstream for a tour into no man's land, or downstream to the lake and then put myself at risk of either having a really long, hard trek back, or just being so exhausted I can't make it back. That'd be an adventure, I guess, wouldn't it? I got enough food and water with me, so if I wanted to go downstream, you know, if it takes 4 hours to get back. Now, here's another thought. The travel planner says 3 hours from here to the lake. I'm gonna assume that's for the average, maybe touristy paddler who comes here just to, with a group, because they do have group tours here. And maybe I can do it a lot faster because I've got a bigger, faster kayak and more experience. So maybe I can do it in less than 3 hours. And then maybe if it takes me 4 hours to come back, that wouldn't be so bad, because it's after 3 now. So even if I could do it in 2 hours, that would be 5 when I get there, and then 4 hours would be 9 by the time I get back. It's just about dark.
2 hours later.
I think I'm going to go downstream. I'll just keep checking the map as I go downstream. And if I think I'm getting close, if I think I'm making good time, I'll go all the way. If not, at the 2 hour mark, I'll turn around and come back. So I don't really want to be coming back in the blackness of dark of night. So along this tour, I've got a few new science facts for you. They're gonna blow your mind. So we're off now, going with the current. Heading towards the lake. See how far we get. See how many obstacles there are. I mean, I know I said I've been wanting to do this for years, but we did try a couple of months ago to come down here, but it was early in the season and the park officials had not yet cleared the river of obstacles and we couldn't get very far, so we ended up turning around heading back home. So I'm hoping today that the park has cleared out some of those obstacles so that I can get nice and far down this river today. They have rafting tours on this river too. You know, a tour company will bring a group of people out here with a bunch of rafts, and it's got a fairly strong current, so they just float all the way down the river, and then a shuttle at the end brings them back to their car. I like this though. I like being the only one out here. It's quiet. You get the feeling of being far away from civilization. And the only thing I can hear is the wind, the birds, the bugs, and my paddle dipping into the water. It'll be interesting to see if there's any places to get out, take a break. I do, you know, every hour or two, I do like to get out and stretch my legs, if it's possible. That's going to be a tricky spot to get through coming back. You know, living here in southwestern Ontario, we have to deal with humidity every summer. And this summer has been a particularly humid one. And it's very important to understand how heat and humidity affect the body. Anyone who has experienced humidity knows how it makes you feel. It's difficult for a lot of us to function normally. You just seem to sweat all the time, even if you're not doing anything. Did you ever wonder why high humidity feels so bad? First, let's understand how sweat cools the body. Unless you have a condition called anhydrosis, everybody sweats, even if you don't think you do. Sweat is the main way a body rids itself of excess heat. Sweat forms on the skin and then evaporates into the air. The sweat is basically water molecules, and it has energy trapped inside it from your body. When the sweat evaporates into the air, the water molecules carry that energy, transferring it away from the body and into the air, thus leaving you feeling cooler. Depending on your activity, metabolism, thyroid function, what you eat and drink, and a host of other variables, everyone experiences this at different rates. but it happens to all of us. Unless, like I said, you suffer from anhydrosis, which is the inability to sweat. Now let's introduce the idea of humidity in the air. Think of the amount of water trapped in the air as kind of like a sponge. A sponge can only absorb and trap a given amount of water, and then it becomes saturated, limiting its ability to soak up more water. If the air around your body is saturated, or as we say, has high humidity, then the air's ability to absorb more water molecules becomes limited, and your sweat cannot evaporate as effectively. When you see a weather report that says the humidity is at 100%, that means the air is fully saturated with water molecules and can't accept any more. If the air cannot accept any more water molecules, then there is no heat energy transfer. You literally can sit in a chair and do nothing and feel like you are sweating profusely. You are not actually sweating more than usual, it's just that the sweat you do produce has nowhere to go, so it stays on your body and builds up. This is why our weather reports include humidity, because high humidity can be very dangerous for some people and animals. If you combine this with high temperatures, it can become even more dangerous for more and more people. You also have an envelope of warm air around you, produced by you and your body, and a fan can bring cooler air from the atmosphere in and replace that envelope, making you feel cooler. But if the air reaches 37 degrees Celsius, that's body temperature, or more, it again becomes dangerous because you cannot replace that envelope of air around you with cooler air. In fact, it can make you even warmer. So, if the temperature is 37 degrees or more, and the humidity is at 100%, the only way you can get relief is to get into an air-conditioned room or find some cool water to dunk yourself in, or shower yourself in. Well, there you have it. I hope you find these science facts about heat and humidity helpful, and I hope they keep you safe when the temperatures rise. So I had a chance to pull over here. It's kind of tricky to try and do some science facts with you because this current is just, and all the obstacles, it's got me on my toes constantly. I can't relax even for a minute. So it's kind of tricky today to do these science videos. But anyway, I've got a rest here, so here's one for you. Did you know that 100 people can fit in the mouth of a blue whale, but its throat is only 4 to 8 inches in diameter, so it can't swallow you, and it doesn't have teeth to grind you up so that it can fit you down its throat hole. Well, you didn't get to see it, but I had to go underneath that log again, and of course I had my cameras turned off at that time. And I didn't realize I wasn't recording, but anyway, I got under. It wasn't actually too bad, but as soon as I got through, I got a muscle cramp in my stomach because I ducked down so fast to get under it. And fortunately, I was able to push myself over to an eddy in the current so that I could wait for this muscle cramp in my stomach to dissipate, because I'm kind of stuck here until then. Oh boy. In the meantime, I'll do another science fact with you. So, did you know that vacuum is not really a thing in and of itself? It is really just a result of a pressure difference between two or more areas. The atmosphere above and around you has a weight, so it exerts about 14.7 psi on every part of you. Now, we evolved in this atmosphere, so that pressure is not noticeable. So when you suck a liquid up a straw, vacuum is not drawing the liquid up. Rather, the atmosphere is pushing down on the top of your drink and pushing it up the straw. Okay. I think my muscle cramp has subsided. I'm gonna give this a try and see if I can keep going. Besides, I need a drink and I need to lean forward to get one. All right. Whew. Wasn't so bad, but that was probably the toughest obstacle. Okay, well, I've made it back to my original launch point. But I think I want to, it's early yet, so I think I want to keep going upriver. I'm a little more relaxed now. Going downriver for the first round, I think, was a mistake. It made me feel like it was going to be so hard to get back. At least now I can go upriver as far as I want, and I know that coming back will be easy. But in the meantime, I'm going to pull over here at the original launch point and get out, stretch my legs, and fix the camera on the back end that I hit with a branch and bent it over. GoPro takes a licking and keeps on ticking. There's some scuffs on it, but it's still recording. UBC's Vancouver campus is home to a number of apple trees that are the direct descendants of those that inspired Newton to compose his theory of gravity in 1661. The trees are planted near UBC's Triumph Lab, which houses the largest particle accelerator cyclotron in the world. Polar bears, which are found in the Arctic, are not the only all-white bears in the world. Spirit bears, which can be found in British Columbia, are also white. Proof that we are made of stardust is by comparing the most common elements in the universe with the most common elements in the human body. 4 out of 5 of the most common elements in the universe are also the most common elements in the human body and most other life on Earth. Not exactly in the same percentages, but close enough to be noteworthy. These elements are so abundant because they are the first and easiest to emerge under the intense heat and pressures at the center of supermassive stars. It takes all the heat and pressure to begin the process of fusion to make up all the elements we see in the universe today. Some people like to think we humans are something special, uniquely separate from the animal kingdom, the world, and the universe. But we're not special at all, at least in the sense of what we're made of. Everything that the universe is made of, we're made of. Every atom in your body was literally once inside a star. Think about that for a second. It was inside that star until it exploded and spread its contents all over the galaxy. We are quite literally stardust. You know, science has figured out a lot of phenomena in the natural world, but we still don't know how bicycles work. You probably take it for granted, but have you ever wondered what keeps a bicycle stable when it's in motion? Why doesn't it tip over? You might think it's a gyroscopic effect, but this has been disproven in experiments. We just don't know what keeps a bicycle stable while in motion. So I saw this sign behind me here and on my way home. So I pulled over and I thought this might be a good time to let you know what I thought of the Big Creek experience. To be honest with you, I wasn't really impressed, and I don't think I'm interested in going back. The Conservation Authority has not done a good job of keeping the river clear. There's a lot of trees down. The flow is I don't mind the flow, and I don't mind a few obstacles, but this was just a little much, and it just wasn't very relaxing. I mean, I enjoy a challenge, I like to have the fun, but that's not really why I set out today. I thought this was supposed to be Canada's Amazon, you know, beautiful scenery, relaxing, and it was nice in the calm spots, but those obstacles were difficult. And so I tried to go upstream, and it was 100% blocked a few minutes away from the launch point. And then, you know, I started out going downstream, and then I got worried that the obstacles were so much and so frequent and so difficult that I would have a hard time getting back. So I decided to call it quits. Yeah, I don't think so. Hey there, my friends. If you enjoy my videos and you would like to see more, click subscribe, and don't forget to click on the little bell to get your notifications. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Just look for The Atheist Experiment and you'll find me. See you next time, and stay skeptical.